Hi everybody, Bob with Knives Town here. Today we're going to take a look at a knife from Kershaw. This is the Kershaw Indian Ford pocket knife. Or it might be, it is actually one of a genre of knives that are commonly referred to as a gentleman's knives or gentleman's folder. Ships in a plastic sleeve. And there we are. Let's get a look at that. This is a solid steel knife. The handle is got that brushed satin stainless steel with a rosewood inlay. It's a handsome looking knife, you know. And like I say, it's a gentleman's folder. This is meant for those occasions that are more dressy, a dressier occasion. You know, something a dignified occasion, something where if you did need to bring out a knife to cut something, you would want a knife that's appropriate to the occasion. Some would call it a Sunday go-to-meeting knife, or perhaps it's you know, a knife that you'd put in your pocket when going out, you know, to a nice dinner party or something, or some sort of a, you know, just some sort of a upscale affair. You know, where if you did need to cut something, you would want to do it with a knife that suited the environment. Okay, let's take a look at it. It opens with a nail nick. There we go. And we will give you the technical specs here. That's a 2 5/8 inch blade. It's made of AUS 6A steel. It is a flat grind. The blade is flat ground from spine to edge. The handle is made of stainless steel, like I said, with a rosewood inlay. And the weight is 2.7 ounces. It's a solid little knife. I mean, it gives you a real solid feel. I mean, it's just solid steel throughout. That 6A blade, AUS 6A, is a fine choice for a knife like this. A knife that's not going to be seeing heavy, hard use, chopping, digging, prying, you know, the kind of uses that this knife would certainly not be appropriate for. You know, it's just going to be seeing common, casual types of cutting chores, you know, domesticated types of cutting chores. AUS 6A is a perfect steel for that. 2 5/8 inch blade, so there's no concern about legality in almost any jurisdiction. Like I say, it opens with a nail nick, flat ground from spine to edge. The edge, speaking of that, is razor sharp. Don't let the size of this knife fool you. This thing will do some cutting. And it's got a very sharp point. The blade is about a typical penknife type thickness, so it's appropriate. The handle is brushed satin stainless, brushed stainless. It's got that satin finish on it. It's smoothed. All the edges are smoothed all around. The rosewood inlay lays in there just perfectly flush with the handle. You can see the fit and finish on here. You can see there's no gaps in the back spring there, the way it's mated to the scales, and none of them, not one of them is higher than the other. They're completely smooth. It is a back lock, and you can see here, you can see about how deep that grab is. See by how high that rises. So that gives you a pretty good idea. That's, you know, you can see that it's got that grab's pretty deep, decent for a knife of this type. There's no wiggle or blade play in it. It does have a lanyard hole. Maybe you'd put like a gold chain on that or something. You can see it's two pretty decent thick slabs of stainless steel there, you know, and then a back spring and a blade. That's pretty much what it is. It's It's made in Japan. That's a nice little knife. That'll do some good cutting chores for you. And it's, you know, I really don't think that it's gender specific. I think that this knife would be equally at home in pocket or purse. It's a knife that when folded up, it's a knife that just slips into the pocket. There's no clip on it. It goes into the pocket. It's very thin, so there's not much, you know, it lays flat, so it's not obtrusive in your pocket or in purse. You know, man or woman would make good use of this. It would make a great gift. It's just a very dignified, nice little cutting tool that is really quite sharp, and because of its construction, it's nice stout construction, that'll last you a lifetime. Solid steel. That's a nice little knife. That's the Kershaw Indian Ford. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you again.